It looks like YouTube. Ah, brilliant! Hello! Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live, like now, post a new video. If you're on Facebook, Facebook got me live quicker this time because I'm simultaneously also streaming on Facebook. Hello to my Facebook followers. If you're on Facebook, don't forget to click the follow button under my videos so you get notified of every time I go live on Facebook. Like my Asexualise page, follow the page too. So you follow the page, you follow the actual videos as well, and you click like. Right, so here we are, different time of day now that I would usually stream. I'll still be doing my Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month video later on, but I just wanted to bring you this very, very important update about what I'm doing in my life. First of all, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Bell. I'm an author of awesome Asexual Perspectives 47 Asexual Stories book. There's real life asexual stories in this book. And this book pretty much answers every question you could possibly think of when you're new to asexuality and you're new to the asexual spectrum. We don't really understand it. And what's good about this book is it shows you the asexual spectrum, shows you what asexuality is in real life context, rather than just gives you textbook definitions of it. Right? So with that in mind, I have some news that I've started doing an NLP Practitioner's Certification course. What is NLP? So years ago, I did a coaching course. I have done a weekend live coaching course with the Coaching Academy. As far as I know, I'm the only asexual coach in the world. I'm the only asexual coach and asexuality coach in the whole of the world at the moment, as far as I know. Right. So if you do want coaching, please go to my asexualise.com site and send me a message there. There's all details on the coaching page, and I also do group coaching with my Asexualise Academy Club. If you want more advanced techniques on mindset, productivity, more advanced techniques on how to live your best asexual life, you get a free journal, asexual meetups in Asexualise Academy Club. It's open to allies and supporters as well. You don't have to be asexual to join it. That is a monthly membership, and obviously the coaching's individual. If you buy monthly coaching from me one-to-one, you get the Asexualise Academy Club included in that at the moment. That's if you're a repeat person who's coming to me every month, right? So with that in mind, it's very important as a coach that you upskill yourself, you upskill your life, you upskill your skills to the next level, right? You can't really be so effective for your clients unless you're developing, learning and growing yourself in some way, right? Because obviously we need to pass our skills on to our clients. We need to be able to help them as best as possible. So it's important to learn new tools, new techniques, new skills for advancing our lives, right? So when I do this for myself, then I'm then able to help other people. So you might have known recently I had a situation where I thought I'd met my asexual Indian soulmate. I was really, really, really adamant I'd met this guy. He was the right guy for me, the guy I've been waiting for over 7 years. I say waiting for, like I'm not sat around doing nothing with my life, but I'm actively pursuing this guy, which came to fruition as this person, right? The person, when I met them, seemed to be already, once they finished their studies in 2023, wanted to move, and UK was one of the places. So everything I thought was great. Things progressed, and that wasn't how things exactly turned out as such. There was a big question mark over whether they would do that or not. And in the end, we had to part separate ways. They had their reasons, so that's fine. Things don't always work out, right? But there was difficulties, I think, on both sides probably. But the person decided to end talking to me for a few months, and then I completely blocked because I need a clean break. And I've been reflecting about that situation with that person. And did I have any hand in the situation coming to an end? Was any of it my fault? Was any of it something I did or said? Or was it completely just that they're not in the stage where they can be in a relationship? They're not in a healthy state of mind, and which they were honest about. And, that is just the way it is. They're being honest, and I have to accept that it's got, it's it's because of the way their life is and the way they are at the moment. Do I accept that as is or what? But I always believe in life that everything happens for a reason, that every situation you come across and every interaction you have with a person is there to teach you something, develop you in some way, or grow you in some way, right? And I always think it's good to ask, did I play a part in the ending? Did I play a part in where we're at now? What went on, right? And so there was some, as the things developed, there was some feeling of toxicity. And I don't know why, because I wouldn't have said this person was a toxic person, right? But I felt that. And it was weird for me. It reminded me of my toxic ex when he was about to leave me. And that's probably because this guy didn't know what he wanted in the end. He couldn't make his mind up. And there was an element that he could leave me at any moment, which is not healthy, right? You don't want to be in a relationship or even think about being in a relationship with someone who doesn't know what they want and not sure about you and all the rest of it, right? And it's fine if he was honest about that, right? But it's kind of not a good position to be in, right? And so I need to be getting a guy who's emotionally available and who's into commitment. And I realised through my analysis that this guy in the end was not emotionally available to me and not able to commit. And the coping strategies that he got was, in my opinion, unhealthy, which he's admitted that he's not in a healthy state to get into a relationship at the moment. So he's honest about that. So he has some work to do on himself, but I believe I have work to do on myself as well. I don't believe that everything's just like with one person. I believe for every action there's a reaction, right? And I ask myself, how did I play a part in any of the stuff? Was I too needy? Was I too accessible? Was I too giving too much too quickly? Was I not setting boundaries enough? Was I not walking away quick enough? What is the stuff that was going on with me, right? So I have noticed in my life since last year I started a new job, and things have progressed in that way, which I didn't want them to. I'm not going to go into it publicly because I don't want to, and it's not right. But anyway, my life has not been going the way I wanted it to go. It's for 8 years, it was great. And then all of a sudden, bang. And things have happened in succession in different ways. Obviously, I've got my ankle break as well. So I've gone through a lot of trauma in these last months. Obviously, I've got my ankle break as well. So I've gone through a lot of trauma in these last months consecutively. This is me being honest with you, because I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. And so it's very, very, very important that you understand, that it's important that we understand our own behavior, we understand our own thought patterns, we understand our own self, right? We become more and more self-aware. So, because sometimes I've been in bad relationships in the past, and it's not a case of you've necessarily done wrong, but the wrong thing you did is by staying in that situation too long for you, by not walking away quicker. That's actually what I did in the past. I didn't walk away quicker, but I say I didn't walk away quicker, but all the experiences I learnt through being in that toxic relationship, I guess, it still was valuable in my future, because I recognized what a toxic relationship was, how it went, and how I needed to change myself to make sure I didn't get into that situation again. There was things on my part that I wish I hadn't been but I was in that position at the time because I was doing the best I could at the time, right? And I have changed myself a lot since then. But however, what is good to know is that it's best whenever you want to grow and develop and become a better person, that you self-reflect and that you do actually develop yourself. Now, when people develop unhealthy coping strategies, for example, shutting down emotionally, they cannot then be communicative in a relationship and have a healthy relationship, because a healthy relationship requires a lot of communication. So if people have got an avoidant attachment style, if people have got a shut down attachment style, if people do something called stonewalling or anything like that, that isn't good. They've got issues that it means they've stopped self-reflecting, they've stopped developing themselves, right? I'm always developing and growing myself. I have anxiety attachment issues going on. I have an anxiety actual disorder, right, which I've had for years, right? So I have to see if there's any way in which I can change my thoughts, my behavior, my patterns to develop more healthy attachment style, or also just in general to find ways to manage the anxiety and manage the coping, get better coping strategies still with that attachment style, right? And I always believe self-development, changing myself as a better forever is a good thing. So rather than me saying, oh, everything was to do with that person, I own my stuff, I think in my life I have had a succession of things lately that's been telling me that I need to change myself and my life again. And so in order to do that, I really need some new skills, techniques, and methodologies, right? So years ago, I paid for an NLP practitioner's course because I've done a weekend coaching course at the Coaching Academy, a life coaching course. And there was a guy there who called Andrew Jenkins, who was an NLP practitioner, and he very much changed my life. He gave me just some short tools in a group, but he was looking directly at me in a huge room full of people at one point, and I connected with him on LinkedIn, and he's incredible, and he completely changed my life because from 2011, October 2011 to about, I think it was November 2011 to October 2012, I stayed single that time, and I forced myself to be single, but rather than just force, I programmed my mind to be happy being single. And that was the first time that I'd able to be happy being single in my life, right? And I reprogrammed my mind to be that way using neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. And so, for me, it was incredible. I didn't realize you could rewire your brain. You could change your thought patterns and behaviors to such an extent that you can literally rewire it. So I reprogrammed my mind to be happy being single. And so I realized that NLP does work for me. So I bought this course, which was an NLP practitioner's certification course, so I can help other people in their life once I pass the course, right? I bought it as an online course, but I didn't actually take it at the time. And now I realize with all the stuff that's gone on in my life, with the situations that have happened over the last months, including the relationship that I thought was going to be great, which turned out not to be a relationship, and we had to part, then I'm thinking I need to change myself. I need to make drastic change with myself and in my life. And the only way I'm going to do that is by doing the course that I bought years ago that I wasn't actually ready for at the time. I feel I'm ready to do it now. So I'm still going to be working on the Asexual Guide to Sex book, but I'm going to be doing the NLP practitioner certification course alongside it, because for some reason my intuition tells me as well there might be some stuff in this course that I can put into the book to add it to make it even better for other people, right? Because there's some stuff, the chapters I'm writing, that I didn't intend to write, and I think this course might have some more insight into those topics, right? So it's very important that I do this. So I wanted to just update like some of the stuff, like I've been going through the modules today. This is like the meaning of NLP and how it works, and so I'm learning all these different models. So neuro is the way in which we use our senses to understand what's happening around us. Then we got linguistic, which is the way in which we use language and how it influences those around us. And then program is how we organize our ideas and our actions, which produces expected and unexpected results, right? So I'm learning all about these different things. The course is like a 13-hour course, but because there's loads of that's in videos, but because there's loads of workbooks and worksheets, and because you need to make notes, it's going to take me a lot longer. It'll probably take me something like 70 hours, because when I watch a 5-minute video, I'm there for half an hour doing notes on it. So it's got the history of NLP as well, but it's run by people who are experts in their field. They're NLP practitioners. One guy has an NLP training centre in Scotland and the UK, right? So it's a proper high-level course, and this is a course journal and reflection log, right? And so this is where we make notes about everything in the course. So as you can see, I've been making so many notes already, just from every video you watch, you make notes, right? And so this is like what I've been doing for like I started last night actually. Well, I started today, but in the early hours of the morning, and I've carried it on. So, I'm really looking forward to doing this course. I want to better myself. I want to change my life. I want to be attracting guys in the future that are emotionally available, that are commitment type, and who are healthy and got good coping strategies and got very secure, probably, attachment style, or in the least, if they're anxious like me, they know how to manage it and they want to work with the other person who's got an anxious attachment style so that we can work together and do good for each other. And I need a guy who's willing to self-reflect and develop and grow himself and grow his mindset, so we grow as individuals and we grow together, which is what a relationship should be. It should be a partnership, right? You should equally want to grow and develop as individuals and as a team, right? Because a relationship is teamwork. It's not about one person, the other person, and it's about being highly communicative and good communication skills, expressing how you feel, making sure the other person feels safe. When you express yourself, the person just not going to run off. They're just going to listen to you and work through things with you, right? So obviously, if I'm attracting the wrong type of guys as well, it means I have work to do on myself. Either I'm not a fully committal type, and because what we usually attract is not what we want, but what we are. So I would definitely say I'm emotionally available for a guy. I think I'm fully emotionally available guy. Probably too emotionally available for some people. Maybe I'm too accessible, but I don't want to play games. Like, I'm not the type of person that likes to play games and do psychological stuff to keep a guy. However, obviously with NLP, there'll be a lot of psychological stuff that I'll be learning. And there's a lot of behaviours that are learned, traditional gender roles with male and female, and the way certain people show up in the world, right? And so I kind of know some of the logical stuff you're meant to do with certain gender roles, but I just believe being yourself and developing more healthier ways to communicate from yourself and develop healthier coping strategies and becoming a better person yourself for yourself and the other person. So at the moment, I'm working through this NLP practitioner course so that I'll be better able to coach asexuals. I'll coach asexuals better. I'll be a better person for myself, and I'll be a better person for the future guy who is strong enough to be in a relationship with you, who's calm and wants commitment and who has good, good, healthy qualities and stuff, and who doesn't emotionally shut down, but who's emotionally available and wants commitment and wants to grow and develop. So I realise there's some habits I've got as well that I need to change. No longer am I, I'm still on asexual dating sites, but I'm not actively pursuing anyone now. I'm not going on Facebook dating again. I'm trying to just focus on me for the next 1 to 2 years. I want to focus on me, becoming a better person, self-love a lot more, and pursue my goals, ambitions and dreams to become the person I really need to, the future version of me, which is what I want to work towards, what I envisage for myself. Right, in November this year, I'll be starting an entrepreneur podcast, and they'll be interviewing people who make a lot of money online. It's something I wanted to do for a very long time. I'll still be doing this channel, but it's something I want to do to expand what I do and how I help people, right? Because self-belief is everything at the end of the day, And I love entrepreneurship. I study it. I study lots of stuff like internet marketing, social media marketing, affiliate marketing, just like productivity, all these type of things. And I really have a lot of entrepreneurs I'm connected to that do make millions of pounds online, right? And so I want to interview some of them so you can find out what they do and explore their journey. Because for me personally, entrepreneurship's about the journey, not necessarily about the money. It's the person you become in the process. So I've become such a better person in the process. But with this NLP course, it's going to improve my life, and it's going to improve the quality of the person I'm with in the future. And it should really help me to change myself and to change my life, because I want to change now. I think time it come that I need to change. I found a bad habit that I slipped into today. So I'm in this new group on Facebook. It's called Boost with Facebook. It's actually Facebook Run It, which is very unusual for local businesses. And, I found myself going through the members, seeing who was local and see if there was an Indian guy, right? And it's like, usually I'd kind of in the past connect with that type of person, thinking, oh, maybe in the future, if he's single, we could get together and maybe fall in love, blah, blah, blah. But if he's sexual, I can't. So that was a bad habit, because I'm going around looking for a relationship again, which I've told you on this channel, I need to stop doing that because I need time to heal. Right, because otherwise I will take any negative stuff that was between me and that person, and I will filter that into the next relationship. And any anxiety inducement I had in this situation, I'm going to filter it to the next guy. And that's not going to be fair on him. It's not going to be fair on me. and also it's not healthy, right? So what I need to do is I need to stop pursuing a relationship, which I have done, and I need time to heal over the next 1 to 2 years to really focus on myself, on self-love, on my career, on changing myself for the better forever, and on developing and growing new skills and techniques that are more healthier and lead me to live a happier life, right? You know, there's a lot of work I need to do on myself. That's why it was good that I had the experience with that guy, because it made me reflect and think there's work I need to do on myself, you know. I want to change myself for the better. I want to be a healthier person as well for the future person, right? So, you know, I think, you know, everyone has a part in everything, and that I played my part, and that I need to improve myself for myself in the very least, right? And so, you know, it's important to admit this type of stuff to yourself. It's important to understand yourself better, to develop and grow, and not be so egotistical that you can never change, right? Everyone can change. If I ever hear someone going, "Oh, I know everything," right? It's like, you don't know everything. There was a therapist, well, a counsellor years ago, that did say to me, I didn't need counselling anymore because I know all the answers myself. And that was interesting, because probably in terms of like traditional counselling, I probably do know most of the answers myself, but there's other stuff that I could have, other therapy maybe that I could have, or other things. But neuro-linguistic programming is what you learn yourself to train to be a therapist or a coach to other people. So by learning NLP, it's actually more advanced than a psychology degree, a lot of it, right? So I'm going to advance more advanced stuff than I would be doing there, because a lot of counsellors, they don't, and therapists, they don't even use NLP, not unless they've studied it as a speciality, right? So I just know I'm going to be able to offer asexuals a lot better coaching experience, mentoring experience, a lot better skills and techniques once I've learnt this stuff myself. And in the future, I'll be better equipped to be more stable and strong, and be happier in myself, so that the right guy should show up in my life. The right asexual Indian guy should show up, not the person who's not correct for me, right? So, you know, you have to own your shit, like I say to everyone, and you have to realize there's something that's wrong and you've got to sort it out. So, you know, when I saw me doing that bad habit with that searching for a guy, I'm like, no, you're not doing that anymore. I'm not having you doing that anymore. I want to keep the calmness I've got now, because I had the situation with the Indian asexual guy. I wasn't pursuing anyone else, and that gave me a sense of calm and peace to get off the addiction of going on Facebook dating and dating sites. It can get quite addictive, right? You spend a lot of time doing that. I want to get out of that scenario now and get to a more healthier lifestyle for me, you know, and get into more healthier patterns and habits for me, and really be the person I know I can be in the future. But I'm not living my best asexual life as I should be at the moment, and I need to be over there at a destination that I ain't at yet, right? So I've got to make that happen. But the only person that can change your life is you. No one else can change it for you. But we, like I said, we can have experiences, and I can either, you know, like you know, it's not, when you have experience between two people, there's two people involved. That includes me. So I need to own whatever it was that wasn't right, and I need to sort it out, right? So I'm healthier and happier in myself and for the next person that does come along in 1 or 2 years or whenever it is. My danger, I do feel, my fear is that I'll get so used to being single that when the right guy does show up, I won't be receptive to that, and maybe I will be not emotionally available. And I don't want that, because, you know, I would like a serious committed relationship with the right guy in the future. So I need to do it in such a way that's very safe and healthy for me, and more detached, but in a way that I'm still open to that. And I think that's going to be a little bit of a struggle for me to do that, because I'm black and white, guys. Like, I'm completely single forever, or I'm with someone. Like, do I reprogram my mind to be happy being single forever and never, ever, ever have a relationship? Or do I still open my heart to that possibility and keep, you know, that in mind, that I could be with the right guy in the future? You know, that's kind of a little bit of an internal struggle with me at the moment, conflict. But I know for the next 1 to 2 years, which I think is better to just look at the next 1 to 2 years, I'm going to be happy being single. You know, because I think my guy in the future will come to a business seminar and hear me speak on stage, for example, or in the least be, you know, me meet him there. And I'm not going to get to do that unless I put myself in the position of being in that person and make my future destiny happen. right? It's not going to happen unless I make it happen. So I need to take these 1 or 2 years out to be able to facilitate that and to be able to go there. I have a lot of work on myself to do this year, a lot of work to do on myself, right? The NLP course that I'm doing, it will help with my self-employment, with my employed job, with being a more effective communicator with other people. It's going to help me look at patterns and behaviors and habits and see how I can change them for the better. You know, for me personally, to just be able to be calm and to not pursue a relationship is a better and healthier thing for me to do at the moment and for the foreseeable future. You know, doesn't mean to say I'm not open to it at all, but it means to say I need to work on me. And in terms of self-love, you know, wow, I was absolutely amazed by how much self-love I had for myself today. I was like thinking about myself, and I do, you know, I didn't have self-love years ago. You have to understand that I didn't like myself years ago, right? So I changed that, but I've got to a point now where I think I told you in one of my previous videos that I actually was watching myself. I was watching a whole video back. It was like 40 minutes, and I was completely mesmerized by myself, and I loved listening to myself. Like, I didn't get bored with myself. I love my beautiful hair, I love my beautiful smile and my cute baby teeth, and you know, I love the way I look. I love the fact I'm voluptuous. Even though I'm skinny, I still love my body. My female body is the only female body I like because I'm not into female bodies, but I love my hair and my personality. And, you know, I never get bored with me. Sometimes I'm like, why can't guys just see the beautiful person I am and just like think and feel about me how I do about myself? But maybe I'm not been doing that enough. Maybe I haven't been realizing how beautiful I am lately, because maybe I've been caught up with other people and I've been giving too much attention to them and not enough attention to myself, and not actively pursuing a self-love relationship with myself more and more. And maybe that's what I need to do, visualize myself more, visualize all the beautiful qualities, more positive self-talk. Because, you know, I was sat there thinking, God, Sandra, if I wasn't me and I was a different person, so say I took myself out of my own body and I was looking at me, I'd think, God, I really want to be in a relationship with that girl. I really love that girl. I love her personality. She's so awesome. I love how kind she is. I love how much she helps other people. I love her heart. I never get bored with her. I love talking to her. Her tone of voice is like velvety and gorgeous. You know, I love her hair and her smile, and every day she makes me happy. And, you know, that's how I feel about myself. When I look at myself, I think she's damn hot, damn gorgeous, damn sexy, damn beautiful, and you know, and just wonderful person to be. And that's honestly what I do think about myself. I look at myself thinking, God, you're just amazing. You're incredible. You're very unique. You're very different. You're very special. There's not another Sandra Bellamy in the whole world. You really do stand out as someone completely different from anyone I've ever met in my life. I'm talking about myself as if I'm a third party to myself, you know? And so I guess from my point of view, I can't understand why guys don't see that, like the beauty I see in myself. But then I guess it doesn't really matter. The right guy will see that, right? It just means I haven't met the right guy. And because I haven't met the right guy, there's work I need to do on myself in order to facilitate meeting the right guy. I'm clearly not on his level yet or something, right? Or clearly I haven't put myself in a position where I can meet that guy because I'm not living my best life at the moment, which I will be doing. You know, I'm starting to, because, you know, all this self-love, self-talk, it's just amazing, you know, like visualizing myself, like kind of like I'm looking at myself on camera and I'm just like listening to myself and I'm like, you know, God, you're just gorgeous, you know. And I think if I do a lot more self-love, if I'm thinking about myself a lot more and really loving who I am, I need to go out more self-dates because this hot girl needs a date, right? Myself. So, you know, I need to be doing that more in the future, which really, really helps my soul. And I think if I focus on a love relationship with myself, then things will be much more improved, you know. But I do worry I'll get to a stage where I don't actually ever want a relationship. But maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe I am meant to be single forever to help lots of people around the globe. And I'm not meant to be in a relationship. Or maybe I'm meant to be it really late on in life. I don't know. But you know, there's a little part of me that thinks, oh, I do still want to meet my asexual, proper Indian soulmate. It would be nice in the future. But then I guess I've just got to trust the universe it will happen. But it's not going to happen until I change myself to facilitate that happening. Because there's clearly something going on if I'm not attracting the right guys, right? There's something going on with me. So if I improve myself, I improve that situation. So I just want to let you know that I am doing this course. I'm working all through it. I'm working really hard on it. And, you know, this is just going to help me in all aspects of my life. it's something that I've wanted to do years ago, but I wasn't ready then. Like, there's always the saying, like in the entrepreneur world, when the student's ready, the teacher shows up, right? And I already bought this course years ago, but I wasn't really needing it back then, right? I was like, kind of like, I should do this, but now it's like, I have to do this. I have to change myself. I have to change my life. I need new skills, new habits, new techniques, new ways of looking at things. I need to grow and develop myself into a better person, because I want a healthier relationship in the future with someone. I want a healthier relationship with myself. I have healthy friendships now, so I have made a huge leap in my life with that, because my friendships, I would say, are very healthy friendships. I've got 3 best friends, so I'd say they're all really healthy relationships. I've got another guy who comes on here, who I've become really good friends with as well. So, you know, I'd say I've got healthy relationships now in terms of friendships, but there's still obviously work I need to do on the romantic, personal front, right? So anyway, I just want to bring you this update and let you know what's going on in my life, especially because obviously if you are looking for an asexual asexuality coach, then I'm your girl, you know, and every person who's a good coach admits that they do work on themselves and is happy to do work on themselves, because only if they're growing and developing themselves can they help their clients more, right? So own your shit, like I've said before. Get some help, get some professional help in some way. Like, I'm learning, it's an online course, but I'm learning from 2 NLP practitioners that are basically masters in their field. And so, you know, whatever it is, where it's courses, books, seminars, actually in-person therapy, whatever it is, get the help you need, get the support you need, and, you know, to bring your life up to the next level, right? I don't want to be going around looking for guys anymore, right? I found the guy that I thought was my guy after 7 years. Clearly, he's not right for me, but kind of like, that's done now, right? I've that's done that part of my life now. I can move on, and you know, I still believe, like I said, I've got an Indian asexual soulmate, but clearly that isn't the person for me. And yeah, I was wrong about him, which is weird to admit that, but yeah. And so, yeah, I just need to be myself, love myself more, but also, rather than just being who I am now and be myself, I need to be the new version of me, the upgraded version of me, the changed version of me. And that's what I need to do, and I need to work towards that. And it's good, because the more I work on myself, the more I do courses, the more I change my life, the less I'm thinking about being in a relationship with someone, and the less I'm pursuing that, and the more healthier and happier I'll be in myself. So I'm really positive. I just want to keep this momentum up, this kind of calmness of not needing a relationship anymore. I didn't really need one before. I mean, I don't need a relationship because I'm self-sufficient, but obviously there was this active pursuing going on. Yes, I do think you need to be proactive to get in the relationship you want, but also, you know, there's other things in life you need to work on yourself as well, to give yourself more self-love, so that you're more in a healthier position to get into a relationship later on, and, you know, develop and grow yourself as a better person with greater life skills, you know. Anyway, I'm going to leave you for now. Thank you so much. Don't forget, I will be back much later tonight with another episode of Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month. I'll be reading from this book again. Don't forget, if you haven't already grabbed your copy, go and grab your copy now. So you can get obviously on Kindle. You can download the Kindle app if you don't have a Kindle device, so we can read along tonight for that. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next video live stream. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already on YouTube. Hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live or post a new video. And don't forget, if you're on Facebook, to literally follow my page there, Asexualise page. Follow the videos, click the follow button on the videos so it's like in your watch stream. And don't forget to like the page as well. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. It's lots of love to you. As always, take care, embrace your inner ace, and I'll see you on the next video live stream. Take care, and I love you. See you soon. Bye. Bye. Lots of love. Thank you so much.